Hello, this is Frank from Frank's Miniatures. Welcome back to my channel. And today is the third video about Tamiya Z35038, the German machine gun troops. The previous one was number 74 with the standing up MG34 team. That was this part of the box. Then the previous one was the number 83 with the heavy machine gun team in the sandbag stronghold. That was this one. And today I have this one. The two machine gunners in laying down position. You can see it is a bit, at least for me, it was a bit boring. Of course, they are old sculpts. Yeah, so the challenge here was to present the two a bit boring figures in a more dynamic mini diorama, and yeah, to get a bit more dynamic into it. And that is of course a challenge because they're laying down. So what did I make of it? Just for comparison, I will do this. So here you can see on your right the two, which is the setting on the box, and to the left what I made of it. So yeah, I'm actually quite pleased. So it really comes down to the scenery and the details of the gear to make it a bit more interesting to look at. And there's a lot to see, at least I think. It's only my opinion. And so what did I do with the scenery? You can see here, of course you can here. This is an oil drum. At least it was one oil drum. I just cut it in two and buried it into the ground. You can see that. It was from my spares box, my big box. So it wasn't in the set, but just laying around. And I've added some pieces of brick. You can see it here and here also, all around the figures. Those are plastic bricks. They come from an Italeri scenery kit. And to the figures I gave them helmets instead of the field caps. And on one helmet I added a strap with Tamiya masking tape. Just that is for, you can also see it in a lot of pictures. They had that for adding camouflage leaves and sticks behind with it on their helmet. You see, yeah, I used also the MG34. It's not from the set. It is, I will zoom in. Yeah, it is from the most recent Tamiya kit with machine guns. So it has, it's a bit more details. A bit more sharper details. And also, instead of using the ammunition belt, I used an ammunition drum box, which can contain up to 50 rounds. So, and I gave the other team member here a spare one, ready to be inserted. The other thing I did was I put in here brass pieces to simulate spent cartridges, which are of course coming out of here once fired. Yeah, and I made some holes in the drums to simulate counterfire. And on the figures themselves, showing here, I've added mess kits. why did I do that? It's also to give the colors from on top of the figures a bit more color. And also a very small detail like that band around the helmet really adds to it. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased. I'm very, oh yeah, and of course I gave him an, from my base box, a Mauser rifle. Yeah. And I've added on all weapons the straps. You can see it not very clear, but also the machine gun also has a strap there. The rifle has a strap. The spare barrel there has a strap. Yeah, so also for the grass, it's the standard static grass we all use with railways. It comes from the railway guys. What did I do there? I also gave them a wash afterwards to make it less green, and after that I included some matte varnish. And why? Because this is also plastic, and it's really shiny and glittery if you don't do anything with it. So that helps prevent to get rid of the glitter. About the helmets, of course they have a primer, and after that I painted it here with Tamiya Veldgrau. So field gray XF 65, and then gave him glossy varnish to get a bit of a shine on it. It becomes very shiny, and if you then varnish it again with matte, with diluted matte, then the gloss shine goes away, but it becomes a bit more metallic shiny. And then highlight it with bare metal on the edges, so then you get this effect. It still gives a bit metal shiny, but not too much. So okay, hope you liked it. And you got some inspiration for your own builds. You can so. From doll figures to a bit more interesting mini diorama. Next up will be the set Conquerors of Sevastopol by Dragon, also a 1 in 35, and it's set number 6702, and it contains 4 figures, including Field Marshal von Manstein. So we'll see. Okay. If you like it, please give it a like or subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. I'm not monetizing the channel or whatever. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.